Hello, super looting tubers, whatever you want to be called, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV DS with me, BlueAnkylo. In the last episode, we made some good progress in the lunar subterrane to get some of the super equipment, and today we're gonna try to get the rest of it if I can. We're still working with safe travel on because isn't there something up here? There's some weird secret, like, invisible platforms somewhere. And I always forget where they are. But yeah, today we're going to try to get... Basically, we've got most of the armor last time. Today we're going to try to get most of the weapons, if I can. So how do we get to the left side? Did I ever go in here? Sorry for the brain fart. Had a small break in between episodes. I'm going to assume this is the other protect ring, probably. No, it's red. Oh, Red Fang! Okay, this is an important room. I don't even know if we're strong enough, to be honest, but let's give it a try. So, always remember the Red Fang room. It's key if you want to get the best armor in the game, which is totally optional and very unlikely to get. You can just fight some random encounters, or if you use a siren, you will automatically fight a very specific random encounter. You will fight the Flan Princesses. They'll probably kill Cecil here. But we'll see, you never know. Samba de Flan. Alright, so they've berserked most of the party. And, yeah, so, you know, you need somebody that's, can protect against berserk. I think once we get ribbons for Rydia and Rosa, we'll be able to use that. But Cecil will die here in no time, even if I can get brace on him, and I don't think anyone's going to be able to do any serious damage. I suppose you could run away, but I just wanted to show you guys what's going to happen. So, I mean, I don't think we can win, honestly. I suppose you could use elixirs or something to heal himself. They're pretty hard to hit, too. It's only 50% chance. How could I possibly win this with my current setup? You basically need people that are immune to berserk. If I had white magic on Cecil, he could probably use Asuna on Rosa, and then Rosa could cure the whole team. You basically need Rosa. And then she can omni-casting Asuna that anytime she wants. So let's, can we not run? Yeah, try to run. We're not running very good. Cecil's about to die, and I don't think we can run away when everyone else is in berserk, actually. I'm holding the runaway command, and it's not, no one's trying to run away. I've never tried that before. I don't think you can run away when you're on auto berserk. So basically everyone's gonna die. These things have like 12,000 HP. They're not gonna die like this, so that's why we have the save state. Point is, if you can kill those and you get really lucky, you'll get another tail. Every old school Final Fantasy IV player has farmed those for a while. I have gotten it once before. I do not recommend trying unless you're extremely patient. So anyway, let's continue on. Getting real treasure rather than battles we can't even possibly win. So obviously we missed something on the previous dungeon, the previous level. I gotta find a way to get back there. But it may be through another route. I think the next one down from here is where we can use our cottage finally. If I go through that little bit there. Which means there must be... Is it on this floor? Like, I seem to recall there's like just empty space you just walk across or something like that. And it's all very confusing. I think it's maybe this one right up here. Yeah. Typical Final Fantasy, hey guys? Alright, we go through here. We go down here. Let's see if this hooks up with all the stuff I'm missing. Hooks up with some of it. Golden Apple. Well, that's, you know, it's always nice. So, plus 100 HP. Current minimum is Rydia. Although, interestingly enough, that actually puts every non-Cecil character very close together. Although Kain is still, you know, a few levels behind. But kind of interesting that everyone's, other than Cecil, very close together. If I remember correctly, these paths are going to take us to the ultimate weapons for Cecil and Cecil. But I can't remember 100%. You'll be able to tell relatively quickly. Remember when we found the Murasame and fought the White Dragon? It'll be a pedestal like that, basically. Maybe this will be the Protect Ring. I really do need my second Protect Ring for somebody. Is everyone healed up relatively well? Everyone's healed up, just in case it's really tough. You never know. Some of these dragon battles have just totally destroyed us. But it is the Protect Ring we were looking for. Okay, not too bad. These are slow, don't get me wrong, but they're not that bad. These battles take all day. We'll wait on Rydia to find out if he is blinded yet. Eye Gouge is working miracles. I was not expecting Eye Gouge to work as high chance as it does. Like, most status elements I don't like because, just like when we cast Hold, as you guys have seen, I don't know what the odds are. 20%, 30%? I tried it like 5 or 6 times in a row, one battle, missed them all. Eye Gouge, though, it seems to hit more often than it fails. And there's our Maelstrom. Try to do a bit of Kuriga on people. Is there any other spell? Hold is nice, but it's no big deal. Alright. And we'll just start fast forwarding, basically. Counters magic with Maelstrom every now and then. He counters physical with a physical attack, which is kind of risky. We want to do 2 focus and then a jump every time with Kane. Behemoth still has 39,000 HP. Oh boy. Seriously, 39,000? This is so much. They have too much HP. He doesn't need that much. I don't even think it's worth bothering with Edge. He burns through my Shuriken supply, and it just risks nasty counters. Try 1 Kuriga, 1 Cure Off. See if that's enough to, can basically give us enough HP that we can survive a hit if we needed to. Probably. I think he does like 2,000 damage, give or take. Maybe 2,000 to 3,000. I love haste. The turns come back so quickly. Yeah, you know what? Edge, you can just relax. Oh, there that is again. I mean, I don't know if it's even worth healing up all of those Maelstrom damage, to be honest. Well, yeah, okay, that's... that's exactly why you should. Whatever, if you kill him, you kill him. I think we need maybe 1 more focus and then a jump should finish the behemoth off. Maybe, I'm just sort of hoping. Let's try to get Cecil back up, and I guess I don't even know. Honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. 15,000, still gonna take 2 jumps. I mean, the brace did reduce the damage significantly. Okay, the jump will finish him off. That's annoying. Should have done more multi-target cure. Oh, well, we're good, guys. We're good. Everyone relax. Relax. Between the Stardust Rod and Kane's super jumps, we're totally okay. There it is. Alright, hopefully that's the last behemoth we have to fight. They're not... I mean, I prefer to fight behemoths to the dragons. It's just they just drag on. Too long of battles. Alright, Rydia, you now get proper elemental protection. The next time somebody messes with you, you'll take half damage from thermal rays, which is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty happy with our setup. It's just It's tough, guys. These are some tough battles. I know I keep harping on about it, but man, imagine if I was fighting all the random encounters. We would never get anywhere. Some of the random encounters aren't too bad. You know, you fight the Amazon chicks and the sages and stuff. Oh look, I found it. This is the rest spot. Good. Some of them aren't too bad, right? But can't count on it. So is this the way forward then? Maybe I did go... I thought this was a side track, not the forward path. We'll put a save down here. I'm actually probably getting a lot less levels through this than you usually do because of the lack of random encounters. No, yeah, I'm just in a different area of the map than usual. Yeah, the reason there's that actually wasn't the save point I was thinking of. The reason there was a save point was because this is going to be really, really hard. Power of the Sword, abhorred by Zemus. The best sword. The best sword, mostly. And it's Dark Bahamut time. I don't even remember what it is the trick with this guy is. I'm sure we'll all die horribly. Mega Flare. Oh, that's a great start. Who lives? Well, not Edge. Okay, I really need to get slow, but I don't even get a chance. That's bad. That's real bad. You know what? Rydia, you're going to use the Spider Silk, seeing as we don't have a chance for Rosa to cast that right now. She's busy just keeping us alive. We have to slow this guy down. Mega Flare is just too brutal. I don't even know if I'll be able to keep Edge alive, honestly. It may be out of my hands. I'm pretty sure this guy has a pretty brutal physical attack, which is why we're going to keep Cecil on standby. And he probably has nasty counters as well. Let's see, Stardust. Oh, I think this is one of the bosses that it's really good for us to have that Stardust Rod. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I believe he's got a lot of nasty magic counters. Like if you use... Pretty sure Stardust will go through that. We did get slow. We got slow and cry on him. That's a good start. One more focus. We'll try an Eye Gouge. You never know. If I can get Shell, maybe we'll be able to keep Edge alive. Of course, if he doesn't attack Cecil, then I'm kind of wasting my time. Let's see. Eye Gouge. Let's see if it's even possible. Miss. It is possible, then. It would say no effect if he was immune, I believe. Alright. Let's get Shell. And... yeah, there's some good damage. Oh, Rydia. Oh, he counters that with Flare? Okay, maybe that's not a good idea. Actually, that barely did any damage. That's totally okay. I was expecting that to be much worse. You know, Flare tends to be, like, the highest damage black magic spell. I think it's the fact that we have Brace on. It would have done 4 times that if it hadn't been for that. Should probably try to get a Libra on this guy. I assume he has no weaknesses, though. So we'll keep going with the Stardust Rod for now. Counter Flare could be a lot worse. Oh, I think we got him. Did we get him? Yeah. Slow, Cry, Reflect, and Blind. Okay, so his melee attack is way decreased. Flare count. Oh, that is rude. Flare, Reflect. I think we have to leave Cecil on Brace, or else we just cannot handle the. Oh, that's not good. He has instant death attacks melee, and he was blinded. That should have been a rather unlikely. Man, okay, we need to stop attacking here. Hold on. Come on, Rosa, you're fine, right? Yeah, it did a lot of damage, but you're okay. Alright, we'll get Kane back up, do some healing. Okay, focus, focus! Don't attack him. Just don't. Just get everyone on regenerating MP for sure. Keep Cecil on Brace for normal attacks. I don't even know, I'm pretty sure he should still be. And then Stardust Rod here. Okay, just gotta focus, we're fine. I can't even use Libra on him, actually, because of the Reflect. I'd have to Reflect one of my guys, and then bounce it on him, which is kind of a hassle. Alright, Flare, but it should go to Cecil, right? No, it's countered, so it hits someone randomly. That is rude. That is really rude. I could dispel his counter, his Reflect, but that will get rid of his Blind, Slow, all the other stuff, and that's probably a really bad idea. Alright. Focus yourself up. Cry will still be in effect. Eye Gouge, Bless. No one's died to need Bless again. I don't know if I risk using a physical attack on him. Anyway, we should be able to handle another Flare. Even Rydia probably. There we go, 8,500 damage. It feels like that Stardust Rod is just rocking the house. Why would we even use MP right now when we've got the Stardust Rod? It's so good. Alright, here's his normal Flare. Countered. Kane took a lot of damage. That's okay. It's not also, because we're not using summons, it doesn't actually break our menu selecting for white magic, which I kind of like, to be honest. Not having to worry about being in the middle of selecting something and then having it sort of broken. It's really nice. I think we've got this guy. I think we're in a safe position. We've got all of our buffs. Because he does so many counterattacks, I think keeping it to just basically Rydia and Kane doing the damage is probably the best. We basically keep Edge for emergencies, and Cecil just stays on Brace. I suppose we'll put Protect on everybody. He doesn't attack physically very often. Oh, I didn't put Shell back on Kane, actually. I forgot about that. There are items for that, probably. There may be items. Hermes... Well, no, that's Ace. He doesn't have Ace either. Wow, I'm lazy. Let's use one of our items. Let's use a Hermes Sandals. We don't have a whole lot, but... Oh, you can only use them on yourself. Single target. That shows what I know. He healed himself? How can he heal himself through his Reflect? Or maybe his Reflection wore off. Must have. Okay, we'll get Kane hasted, which will help him do more DPS. And then shelled so that it's less likely that he gets one shot by Flare. Well, I mean, if he gets physically attacked and killed by instant death, there's not much I can do about that. But this should help him from Flare anyway. I think we've only focused once, so one more time. I may be wasting a focus here, but I'm not 100%. We must have just got really unlucky getting hit with the instant death on Kane last time. Because the Eye Gouge really should have, you know, kept his accuracy so low. It feels like the Eye Gouge was a really good call on this one. He may not use physical attacks very often, but, you know, if he does have an instant death attack... Yeah, okay, we got it. No big deal. He doesn't have that much HP. Well, I think that went pretty well, guys. Only Edge died and Kane died to instant death, which is whatever. What can you do? It was a counter insta-kill. Levels, levels, and levels. And with that, though, we get the final piece of equipment for Cecil. The Ragnarok! It's the end of times, folks. The end of times. And apparently Zemus even fears this weapon. It's so amazing. I think it's pretty good. There we go. Now, of course, we're going to lose some defense because we're not using the Defender. You could probably make an argument that the Defender is better for tank Cecil. Sorry. Thing is, I can't not use the Ragnarok. It was hard enough not using the Excalibur. The Ragnarok is just... It's beautiful, guys. And it'll mean his counterattacks will do so much more damage. Might as well rest up here. No reason not to, I suppose. So what are we missing for equipment? We're actually almost done. We need a best weapon for Kane. We need some ribbons. And we need one more weapon for Edge. I think that is it. Maybe, I think there might be a bow. No, there's some armor. There's another piece of really good armor for possibly Rosa or Rydia, which we'll get to. I may not even use it though. I'll explain that when we get there. But point is, there's only a few pieces left. We are almost done. I managed to find the super secret walk through the edge trick. So if you missed that walk across the empty sky secret path. Oh, come on, 99%? What did I miss? Oh, I hate it when this happens. I don't know where the last pixel of map is. I'm trying to hug the bottom here, maybe. Brutal. You guys look at the bottom. Oh, I didn't even mean to go through there. Well, okay, let's double check here. This is all good, right? Shoot. But yeah, if you'd missed this section, you could easily miss it, I guess is what I was trying to say. And you would not be able to get the Ragnarok or the extra Protect Ring, which will make the future battles, upcoming battles, even worse. Come on, where is the final pixel? You know, it might be at the very top. Yeah, I think that's where it is. The entrance to the previous floor from the first time we made it to this area, I think. So over here and then back up. I think this is kind of where it looks like. We didn't walk back up these stairs. There we go. For whatever reason, that didn't finish when we first came through. Anyway, good. Very glad we have frame skip to zip through some of this a little bit speedier. Alright, through the next staircase. I think I know where we are. Excuse me while I freshen up here, taking a drink. Maybe I don't exactly remember where we are. Okay, this is the armor I was talking about. I should have saved it, but I didn't. Don't be too bad. Okay, it's not too bad. This stuff should be fine. We're just gonna, blast them. Baham-bast them. Yeah, there you go. 4,600 damage. Yeah, definitely stings. Just stay alive, Cecil. Just stay alive. Edge is not going to really do anything. Cecil does a ton of damage with his main attack now. Definitely the highest of anyone in the group, except for maybe Rydia right now with her magic. Anyway, yeah, that went pretty smooth. Bahamut always helps, you know. Artemis arrows, that might be a rare drop. It's... No, we already have it though, so it might be rare, but does it really matter when you can get it in a treasure chest? We could like the Artemis bow. So, the Minerva Bustier, if you're interested, is kind of the physical version rather than the magical version of the armor. I believe it provides some good status protection. On the other hand, you can see it's really bad for spirit, which is kind of the key stat here for our mage, our white mage. And then the same thing with Rydia. You could equip it, but she'd lose a ton of intellect, and you'd really see... I don't know, that'd be like 1,000 or 2,000 damage less per Stardust, probably. So, I mean, it gives you really good defense and evasion, but I don't think your mages in the back row should ever be in that much threat. So, you shouldn't need it. I don't know, I have never really seen a great build for the Minerva Bustier. They may exist, I just don't know what they are. Maybe front row Rydia with a whip? Maybe. But then, why wouldn't you just put her in the back row and use the Stardust Rod, really? Like, it's probably better than the whip anyway. In my opinion. Alright, see if I can finish... See, we're 24 minutes into the episode. I'd like to get the 2 ribbons. If you guys know where the ribbons are, that's what I'm aiming to get before we wrap up. And they're in these... There should be 3 rooms like this, each with a special treasure. And also a place to save and rest. This is the one I was talking about before. The I knew there was a save coming up. And you could always just run to this one and rest up with safe travel. So what do we find in Treasure 1? This might just be like an elixir or something. Or a cottage. There you go. The game gives you a hint. Thought I'd double check for a secret passage. I don't think there are any though. The good news is once you're at this point in the game, you don't have to worry about teleporting out just to save. You can just, you know, walk back to that room. Now, this, I believe, will be the best weapon, well, the last weapon for Edge. Or, no, sorry, Kane. Edge's sword is somewhere else. Now this guy, he's a lot harder in other versions. In this version, he's not that bad. He, the trick here, I'm sure you've seen this if you've played a few different, we'll do one cry. If you've seen a few different, Final Fantasy games, you've probably run into this guy or some version of this guy somewhere else. They tend to cast Doom and then haste on you. Which is, you know, fun. Now, if you have the Ragnarok already, things will go pretty smooth because it does so much damage. Jump, when you're in jump, you don't have to worry about, you can cast Berserk on Cecil, he will do even more, but I think he'll be fine. But yeah, when Kane is in the air, his Doom counter doesn't tick down. This is one of those situations where the Phoenix Augment could really save you if you're having a hard time. Because everyone will die of Doom, Kane will land his jump, then he will die of Doom and resurrect everybody. And then you can try again. Yeah, you know, probably with Rosa, there's probably a way of getting more damage out of her than having her attack. Probably. But honestly, this guy will go down pretty quick. I think the Cry was a worthwhile investiture, but other than that, there's nothing to worry about. He does cast haste on us, so we get, you know, our ticker goes down quicker. Oh, he's already dead, yeah. We didn't even get one jump in, so what scare was that? If you waste your time, you'll all die, but there's even ways around that. Like I said, the Phoenix Augment will save you. Even just having Kane jump, you could probably have him survive long enough to cast, or to use a Phoenix down on Rosa and have her resurrect everybody if you really need to. But such is life, we win. That's probably the easiest of the mega weapons to get, in my opinion. So maybe you should go for this one first if you're having a hard time, I guess. That might make some sense. Anyway, Kane. It's, you know, it's not as good as Ragnarok, but it's pretty good. 140 compared to 150. The weakness is in the strength, because Cecil's strength is almost maxed out, whereas Kane's has a fairly long way to go to get to max tier. Anyway, that was a fairly quick boss in my opinion. The next room has other goodies that I was just talking about a minute ago. Now this battle, I think is fairly easy as well. We'll save it, but I think it's not that bad. Sorry, spoiler, there was a battle. Blessed Relics. Alright, Lunasaur. Not a random encounter. These guys guarding the big chests, they're not random. They are special bosses. Alright, Bad Breath. Yeah, we know what that does. So, luckily, Rosa must be either lucky or immune to Confuse. So that's good. And we're going to also, I think, haste the team. Now, yeah, everyone's confused and frogged and stuff, so the first round is kind of a wash. Luckily, Rosa did not have any problems herself. Perhaps the Minerva Bustier protects you from that or something. I don't even know. The items in these chests we're about to get will definitely protect us, though. I don't know if I need to worry about defending on this guy. Pretty good. Oh, he's got counter reflect. That's annoying. I should have got slow on him before I did that. I didn't get bless on people. Not like it matters. Bio's not that scary. Let's try. You know, I'm willing to waste Rose's turn here. We'll do a Dispel to get rid of the Reflect, and then Slow, because that's going to be more useful. I really should have focused on that. We'll have to re-cry. But I'm sure Kane doesn't mind crying a little extra. Okay, Dispel gone. Slow add. There we go. Slow is the most important. Probably the most important debuff you can put on, seeing as most bosses are weak to it in this version. Cry again. I assume Dispel got rid of Cry. No! That's interesting. Dispel usually removes all debuffs, except apparently that one. Anyway, it'll probably auto-reflect again if we could hit it. Yeah. Focus. I could try to Eye Gouge it, I don't know. Probably won't work because it's a dinosaur-type monster. We'll continue with the Asunas to remove Sap, and then just heal on the others, on the rest. I haven't seen this guy do a physical attack yet. That's why I'm not bracing with Cecil, which is maybe stupid to do an Eye Gouge. It worked anyway. We gouged out the eyes of a dinosaur with no eyes. Do some damage here. Good old Omni-casting Asuna and Omni-casting Rays is great. Apparently it doesn't work on Sap though. I was wrong. Once you've been sapped, there's no fixing it, I guess. We are missing our attacks like crazy here. Wowzers! I don't believe our accuracy ratings. They can't be correct. Can they? Countering. It doesn't do very much damage though. We'll put Shell, and we'll do a little bit more healing. But honestly, it's not that brutal. 44%? Why is it that low? Wow, I guess that's why we're missing all the time. Wowzers. I wasn't expecting... I did not remember that this guy is, like, impossible to hit. Because Cecil has 110% base aim. And yeah, you can't hit 44%. That's impossible. Throw has 100% accuracy no matter what, but it's not going to do much damage. I guess it's kind of all up to Rydia. Yeah, she's the only one really getting the big damage in there. Oh, and Kane managed to hit too, but I think his jump will have the same problem where it could easily miss. Oh, there's Bad Breath. Okay, oh, that's not good. So this time... Oh, that's real bad. You know what we're going to use is a Unicorn. Bam. When everyone's out and Rosa can't use Asuna, Unicorn Horn. It's basically Mass Asuna anyway. That's why we save those. Apparently it's not. That'll teach me. It's like... I thought... It just removes some status ailments. Well, apparently we killed them. I really thought Unicorn Horn was better than that. It didn't heal... mute or silence, it didn't cure frog, it didn't cure darkness. Huh. Sorry, I've been talking up Unicorn Horns all game, and I finally thought I had a good time to use one, and it failed. Anyway, we managed to kill it with the Stardust Rod, I guess, so all is well. And we do have lots of remedies anyway, so there you go. Anyone taking any damage? He didn't even... He was just like the status effect boss. That's crazy. Anyway, most important. Possibly the most important thing you find down here, to be honest. The ribbons. I like to match up the protect rings plus the ribbons. Protection from elements, protection from status ailments. I feel like they go together. Now, you could make a good argument to put one on Cecil, because he's the one with draw attacks. On the other hand, Rosa gets one automatically for being the white mage. And I feel like Rydia should be your number 2 for status ailment protection. She is useful. Her spells, her Stardust Rod is very good. Edge, on the other hand, if he gets turned to stone or something, you know, whatever, right? Who cares? He's not as big of a factor as in winning the game as the mages are. Now, I'm just trying to remember where the path splits to the final end game, and the fact that I don't have a specific weapon for Edge. And I'm pretty sure we find the specific weapon for Edge in the last couple areas, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think the only thing left is a couple more floors, one of them containing one final boss battle for Edge to get his last weapon, and then we're done. Basically. done. Alright, yeah, we're almost there. Okay, I think... let's go to the weapon. Because the end game, the final boss, and the final cutscenes take so long, I think what we'll do today is we'll try to get right to the end of the game. Right up to where we fight the boss, and we'll save that for the next episode. Because it does take a long time. Lots of jibber-jabber and cutscenes and stuff. Now, again, if you're playing without... I sort of apologize for having no random encounters here, sort of. Because you can see some rather interesting, unique monsters that you can only find in this area of the game. Of course, they're pretty strong, and each battle is kind of like fighting a boss battle, like I said. So you end up running away from, like, most of them anyway, the way I remember it. Is this it right down here? Yeah, this will be it. Yeah, alright, so this is a boss battle. This is a proper boss. Everyone's basically healed up, ready to go. Oh wait, we got new thoughts here. Even I've done unforgivable things. Yeah, we did blow up Mist and kill Obsidians. Just figured, like, we might as well see what people are thinking as we do this. Does Cain hate Rosa? Maybe? There's definitely some jealousy there. Cecil protects everyone nowadays. Alright, I can't remember how bad this fight is. Let's see. The Masamune will never bend its will to that of men from the blue planet. Wait a second. I'm half from the moon myself. Ah, the Ogopogo. Okay, this is very Leviathan-esque. We'll bless. Deluge is probably gonna hurt. Yeah, that hurts. Priority is slow and then keep people alive. Curaja it is. For now, I don't know how this guy's counters work. But we'll start with some Stardust Rod, and we'll put Cecil on Brace for now. You may not need it. Especially if we can eye gouge him. Slow seems to work. I actually think I'd be better off using Edge to use a Spider Silk, and then having Rosa just use Healing plus Hasting, because she's the only one that can do that. Alright, there's a counter. That's not too bad. So now we'll get Hasted and healed. We just want to be healed up before we get to the next Deluge. Deluge is the big one that hurts. No, I did not get it in time. Well, Edge is dead. Yeah. Alright, this guy is not doing any normal attacks. We're going to let Cecil help out with getting everyone back in action. Well, everyone except Edge will be faster. That should help us get a couple more moves in before the next Deluge. We're gonna burn through a lot of MP here on Rosa again. Edge may just die instantly, even I use Phoenix down here. This may be a total waste. I want to just get you out of there. Alright, we want Curaja, and I want to get Shell, because that's... You know, we need to reduce the amount of damage we're taking here. I don't know what I want. Should I find out? I don't know how much is counter and how much is not. I also want to make sure I have Bless going. I can't even remember. It's probably already active. It's probably the first thing I did. But I like... Because we're burning through so much MP on Rosa, I like to try to... Oh yeah, he definitely hits pretty hard. Not a lot of damage with the Ragnarok there. Or with Cain. It's actually quite weak. Let's try to get everyone sorted, basically. Try Eye Gouge. This guy at least has eyes that we could gouge. It's gotta count for something. Again, Rydia is the one doing all the DPS, as always. That Stardust Rod is OP. It is probably the most overpowered item in the entire game, now that I think about it, just because of how useful it is in these battles. Now, I could summon Bahamut and do slightly more damage, sure. But for 0 MP, and also the fact that it, oh, so we can Eye Gouge him. I mean, let's see how much more damage Bahamut does. Bahamut may just do 999 now. but the charge time should be similar. Maybe Bahamut's a little bit quicker, I don't know. Yeah, it definitely did 9999. Although he countered it this time. Wasn't too bad. Probably means the death to Edge, unfortunately. You watch, a deluge will still hit before we have a chance. Well, what do you guys think? What's faster, Stardust or Bahamut? Maybe Bahamut gets the bonus for Fast Talker, whereas Stardust Rod does not. So then Stardust Rod is free, but relatively slow in comparison. I would take that as a decent trade-off, to be honest. Good for random battles, maybe for bosses you should just use your summons. I think Stardust goes up slower now that I'm looking at it. It's not the sort of thing I'm really worried about. And I mean, Bahamut did do, 2,000 more damage per hit. Let's get Libra on him, why not? Eh, might as well just attack. It doesn't hit hard enough to worry Cecil too much. Plus, if we could ever get it blind. We failed twice in a row, but it's possible, it's just not working for us. I betcha the casting time for Stardust Rod is the same as the casting time for Meteor, which is it's classically horrible. And maybe, like I said, Fast Talker may not apply when you're using the rod. Everyone's pretty well healed up here. Let's try Flare, just for interest's sake. I don't use it very often. I guess we'll keep trying to gouge it. It's better than nothing. Oh, we already killed it. Ogo Pogo, you weren't that bad. Deluge hurt, but he didn't use it often enough to cause us too many problems. Plus, now that we all have elemental protection, it's less likely to kill anyone but Edge. Edge will always die. It's his law in life. Whenever you're playing Final Fantasy IV and you're in the last dungeon, you know Edge is going to die. And now we get him a weapon he'll probably never use. Because we never use normal attacks with Edge anymore. Disappointing, I guess. Skip that battle, I guess, if you're playing the way I am. Anyway, the Masamune is, slightly better, I guess. I don't know. It's better than the Kiku Ikimonji. It's just not enough to really, turn heads, basically. It's an improvement, but it's pretty meh. Maybe you guys love Edge. I kind of think most of the time he's still the weakest link. His most useful ability right now is Eye Gouge, and Bless is convenient, Gold Hourglasses are good. I guess, Edge is quite useful at using battle items like the Spider Silk and stuff like that. Anyway, I think Basement 9 may be the final floor with random battles on it. If I can get our Treasure Hunter augment, I'll be pretty happy. We'll find out real soon if I missed 100% on one of the maps. Aren't you guys jealous of my safe travel augment? Bet you are. Anyone who's fought their way through this part of the dungeon? I honestly, most of the time, the enemies you fight around here, I end up just running away from them. It just takes too long to win the battles. So, safe travel. Travel is safer. Gotta make sure I get the whole map. Let's go a little bit faster here. It's getting to be a long episode at this point. But I think we're done all the battles. I don't think there's any more Guardians that we need to fight. Prove me wrong here, I'll click one of these and get killed by 5 dragons at once. That would really be the worst. Is that it? 3 light curtains. No, still one more map. Unless I've missed up. Alright, maybe Basement 10 is the final map. We'll go through it quick. Seeing as we don't have to worry about random encounters. The power is going to my head. Just filling up all the map corners, basically. And that would be a lot worse, too, trying to do the whole mapping thing without the safe travel. You'd be a lot more tempted to just rush to the end instead of backtracking as much as we were able to do here. Treasures. Now, don't get me wrong, the more elixirs and Fuma Shurikens we get, the nicer the last battle will be. They will be used, if I remember. If I throw normal shurikens at the final boss, someone hit me, please. Alright, basement 10. 3 Stardusts. You could use them just like the Stardust Rod. Maybe they're a little bit quicker, I don't know. Oh, are you kidding me? Basement 11? How far does this thing go? Are we not at the core of the moon yet? I have to double check. I can't leave this little unexplored bit here. You know me, guys. Can't miss that little possibility that we wouldn't get 100%. Point is, at this point, we've gone so far, I can't not 100% map it out. It's just been too long, too hard of a battle to skip out anymore. Is this the final map? 3 lunar curtains. Nope. Something good happens on the final map. Oh, did I seriously miss one somewhere? Because this is the final area. It has to be. Did I miss a map somewhere? Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. I'm not going back. I can't. I'm gonna end the episode here. I might double check the lunar subterranean to see if I missed one on our way down here, and therefore maybe I missed a weapon or something. I don't think I did, though. This is gonna be our final battle. So, you know, what you'd want to do here is just use whatever useless, well, basically ethers. Things that aren't going to make much difference in the final battle, and just charge everyone up to full. And then save your elixirs, your dry ethers, your 1 mega elixir for emergencies in the next battle. And of course, I have the ability to do to quick save, which means I don't have to run back if I die. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Next episode will be probably the last one, unless something weird happens. Hope you guys are enjoying, and have a great day.